This is probably actually your number one, your favorite. This is a quiz, doctor.
Eat a salad every day.
Yes.
More vegetables.
Commit to one salad every day.
Right. Now, one salad every day. You have to do that.
But I know you're very particular. What ingredients, what needs to be in this salad, this magic salad?
The main thing is to combine lettuce, because you can't just be spinach or arugula. It has to be lettuce. And then, because lettuce has its own unique properties that are super important for the gut microbiome. And then you have some cruciferous or other greens, like a cruciferous green like arugula or bok choy or baby kale. And sprouts would be great. And I'm growing my own sprouts now. I have all these great sprout machines that I'm timing in the kitchen. So every 2 days I start a new sprout machine.
Cool. I got a guy for that. There's a guy that goes to the farmer's market and such cool sprouts. Have you ever had onion sprouts?
Yeah.
They're like pungent.
We mix, so it's really great. I'm growing them now in my kitchen.
Yeah.
But anyway, so you have your lettuce, you have your and you can have some spinach on there too. But spinach shouldn't be more than a quarter of your spinach, and Swiss chard and beet tops shouldn't be more than a quarter of your intake, because there's too much oxalic acid. It shouldn't be an all spinach, beet tops, Swiss chard salad. But we want to include something cruciferous. If you don't like arugula, then use kale, bok choy, broccoli sprouts. But I'm putting today, like I had on my salad, I had arugula and I had broccoli sprouts mixed with the lettuce. And then so anyway, it was really... Because
I know arugula is very high on like your anti-scoring system. It's super nutritious.
It's also super high. It's the omega-3 fatty. It's the ITCs, the isothiocyanates, in the cruciferous family that have all these powerful anti-cancer effects. Okay, so you have the greens, the variety of greens, right? And then you have some of the onion family. So like red onion or shallots or scallions, right, cut up on that top of that. And that's very important. And then we put other things you like on there, like tomatoes or whatever it is you want. But the onion and the lettuce and the cruciferous family, those are the three most important part. And then you have a nut and seed-based dressing. So instead of using oil, a Nutritarian diet uses some type of nut blended into a dressing to put on the salad, because you absorb 20 to 50 times more of the anti-cancer compounds in those foods when you have a fatty dressing with it. So you don't want to just eat it with plain vinegar on top. You want to put the nut and seed-based fats on it.
Thanks for doing another number on our list. That was another number. That's 3, where it says a nut and seed-based dressing.
A nut and seed-based dressing.
Yeah.
Right. So my 2 favorite, people should know a couple of recipes that they love, a go-to dressing. My go-to dressing when I'm in a rush, I had today for lunch, was tomato sauce with a little tomato paste. You know what I did to flavor it more? I put in black fig vinegar. I mashed in some almond butter with a fork. And I took some of our Thai curry sauce that we sell, the Dr. Fuhrman Thai curry sauce, and I took a spoonful of that in there, mixed it in there too.
What would you call this dressing?
Just the mush-mosh of what I like.
You have to come up with something better than that.
Thai curry sauce, tomato paste, almond butter, and fig vinegar.
So like a curried almond dressing.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah.
With the tomatoes and the scallions and the sprouts, it was just phenomenal.
You want to rank?
I put soybeans. I put the soybeans I cooked myself in the crock pot. In the crock
Instapot. Yeah,
you have Instapot or crock pot.
Yeah.
I used the Instapot and the crock pot.
Oh, really? You use both?
I used because I use both.
Right.
Because sometimes it's easier for me to like put it in a regular crock pot and just let it sit there for 6 hours. Because I'm leaving that, I don't want to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Come back, whatever.
Yeah.
So.
Do you want to rank my salad that I had today?
What do you have?
Okay, so I did butter lettuce, romaine. I always put in red cabbage for my cruciferous. Beets, carrots, corn, garbanzo, avocado, and then I try to add sprouts on top normally, but I ran out today. And then I do a creamy, mine's always like a variation of a Nutritarian Caesar, so like a cashew based. I add a tiny bit of Dijon. I love to add a little bit of vinegar in there, so like rice vinegar, red wine vinegar to give it a little bit of acidity, but it's always like a cashew based dressing. It's just chef's kiss to me.
Cool. Yeah, and I'll make my...
Does it pass a test though?
Well, if you're making a cashew-based dressing, I want you to remove some of the cashews and put in some hemp seeds or some other seeds so you have a little bit of contrast between the high omega-6 nut and the omega-3 nut. So I make my orange cashew dressing. Now I'll remove some of the cashews and put a little hemp seeds in with it. So maybe, 2/3 cashews, 1/3 hemp seeds. I'll blend that with the peeled navel oranges and the blood orange vinegar and lemon.
Yeah, that's a good one.
And then I'll take sesame seeds. I'll take the unhulled sesame seeds, the brown or black, and I'll toast them in a pan, just so they start to give some aroma off the pan, maybe for 90 seconds. And I'll take those toasted sesame seeds and blend them in with the cashews. And don't forget, I put the blood orange vinegar with the oranges and the lemon. It tastes so great. And then I left half of the sesame seeds over on the side. So when I put the salad and I put maybe some tomatoes or strawberries or mandarin orange slices in the salad, I can sprinkle some sesame seeds on top of the salad as well. So I have, which I'm chewing very well.
You talked about this like optimal range of seeds though. So having the hemp in breakfast and lunch is good. And let me tell you, I don't like the way hemp seeds taste in my Caesar dressing. So I just put a little bit in, but is that little bit enough to make a difference and to move the needle?
Yes, actually, a little bit of flax seeds makes a big difference. A little bit of hemp seeds makes a difference. A little bit of bean with the meal makes a big difference. Did you have a little bit of bean with that meal? I had a little soybean and chickpeas on my salad today. Sometimes I put black lentils on the salad. Sometimes but even 1 or 2 tablespoons of beans, and I put frozen peas sometimes too, but even 1 tablespoon of peas or lentils or beans makes a big difference with the protein content and nutritional content of that meal.
Wow.
So a little bit of nut, a little bit of bean with your vegetables with lunch, and a little bit of bean and a little bit of nut and a little bit with your vegetables for dinner makes a huge amount of difference with your ability to assimilate protein as you get older and to make for a longer lifespan.
Yeah, beans also are so good for your gut and have, they're resistant starch. They are really, really good for a myriad of effects.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Now, this diet is, that we've figured out to be the foods that are most protective against cancer, winds up being the foods that give you the best protection in your gut, for the gut lining, also the foods best protection for the brain. It's the same foods that are good for one disease are best for the other disease.
Yeah, and you would like this conversation. We talked about this on the member happy hour. Once a month we get together, because you host them. For our members. And one person was saying like he knows about all these principles. He's really educated in nutrition, but he really works long hours and he waits till he gets home and then he has this huge meal and he just doesn't know how to eat so that he gets all of these different nutrients from all of these different foods. And I said the very best thing you could do is pack it in one big salad. Like there is so much you could pack in that all aligns with so many of your principles, almost all of them, with just that salad.
Yeah, the salad. But people got the mushrooms in, so they get the mushrooms in the soup or make a soup once a week and put the mushrooms in the soup or make a stew or make some vegetable dish.
I put cooked mushrooms in my salad all the time and it's delicious.